What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I had a couple quick minutes before my next meeting, so I figured I'd drop a video. If you guys tuned into yesterday's live stream, I want to say thank you. This is with Crypto Phil. If you haven't watched his content or you didn't see yesterday's live stream, he does a lot of donations. He helps kids out in multiple countries, and so it was pretty amazing. And a lot of the topics we covered were centered around giving back and just helping out communities, especially underserved communities. So I thought that was pretty amazing. I will put the link to his channel down below in the description, and I will also add the wallet address that he takes for donations, so we can help out these kids in various countries. I do want to say thank you for everyone who joined, because he got $210 in BUSD donations, and he says that will be enough to help a small group of kids in Ethiopia, India, and the Philippines before Christmas. So I think that's pretty amazing, and it's crazy to think that $75 per village or per group of kids can make such a big impact. So if you've been looking for a way to give back and you want to find a good place to donate, consider donating to Crypto Phil's initiative. And again, I'll put that information down in the description below. But thank you to everyone who donated. You guys have made a big impact already. On that live stream, we also went over a bunch of other projects, some of the ones that have been paying out him the best, some of his top performers for the year. We went over my favorites, which, as you guys know, those are pretty much the only projects I talk about day in and day out. Now, there's a few projects that he talked about yesterday that I thought were pretty interesting, and we've been talking about a couple other upcoming ones offline that sound really awesome too. I'm thinking about getting in, but I would like to know, would you guys like me to cover content like that if it's like a degen miner play? Obviously, these are things going to be used for risk capital. I'm going to throw a BNB here and a BNB there, just see what happens. So let me know if I'm doing that on the side. Would you like me to record it so you guys can see what I'm doing and maybe try it out if you want to? Or should I keep this channel strictly to the projects that I'm working on right now? You let me know. It's not going to be too many, and it's not going to be anything I'm going to throw a ton of money in, but it'll just be some risk capital. Like I said, I might throw a BNB or two into each project and see if I can generate an ROI there. It'll give me a chance to create some additional content. So you let me know if you guys want me to cover it. If you don't, you can say that as well. As you can see up on the screen, I've got the little spinny wheel here. In my video earlier this week, I talked about just doing a 20 drip airdrop to anyone who commented and dropped their wallet address. So this is the list of names here. We're going to spin it and give 20 drip away to one person. I'll drop it to them. So let's do that real quick, but I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. All right, the winner is Marcia Silva, 6805. Congratulations, Marcia. I will send that 20 drip airdrop over here in just a second. Now I want to do another contest for next week, kind of a Christmas contest. My admin is just fantastic. You guys know her in the chats as Crypto Watcher 10, but she's decided that she wants to help with the initiative. She's already donated a bunch of drip to the cause. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'll do something for next week that'll be a nice Christmas airdrop for somebody. If you guys have any ideas on how I should do the contest, please let me know down in the comments. It's probably going to be for around 40 drip, and I don't know if we should just drop that to one person or if we should split it up across a few people. But you guys let me know what you think on that one. That will be happening next week, and I'll probably make a video on it by the end of the week. Now real quick, let's just get an update on the drip price. Let's see. Up to 14,800 deposits, so I'm getting closer every day to max payout, which is awesome. The price currently is right at $1. So my hope is that people will keep buying this up and will at least keep it right at this dollar range. I don't mind right now if it performs like a stable coin. My hope is, and I don't think this will happen, it would take some pretty good hype and Scratchy would have to come out pretty soon, but my hope would be that BNB or the drip would be sitting at $5 once I max out my wallet, because that would be a pretty solid payout. But I don't know for sure if that'll happen. I want to be optimistic, but I think the rosiest it will get for me probably is about $3 by the time I max out my wallet. But what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to keep some for profit so I can get myself to ROI. I'm going to airdrop some over to my new wallet, and then I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff for the animal farm. Animal farm's still coming along. 155 million in TBL, which is awesome. And the reason this dropped from like 163 is because the pig's price dropped. So pig's price has gotten a little more stable down at 107, and the dog's price has really just been rock solid. It's really been bouncing between like 55 and 58, just up and down. I'm interested to see at what point we get a little bit of a sell-off. I know at some point those taxes will be reduced enough where people want to sell those and either get into something else, or maybe they want to move to pigs. Whatever the highest yielding thing is, you figure even if you got a bunch of dogs in there and there's something on the farms that's performing really well. Come down here, let's see. 281, 299, let's just say, yeah, let's say this one. 299% APR is pretty amazing. So you wouldn't really fault anyone for selling those dogs to dump it over here or whatever. So we may see a little bit of drawdown in dogs. But I'm interested to see when that happens, because in my dog pound, some of my deposits are already down to a 43% tax reduction, so that's pretty impressive. So I don't know what the magic number is, psychological level, maybe 50% tax reduction or 60% tax reduction, but whatever it is, at some point people will go, it makes more sense for me to sell these and stuff it somewhere else. It's just gonna happen inevitably. When that happens, I will continue to buy them up. I'm really actually liking the dog pound. I've got some in the auto compounding. My goal is always to get to 25 in here and 25 in here by the end of the year, so I'm real close. I'll definitely hit it. But this is just producing me a little bit of pigs. I'm getting the LPs. I've got 52 bucks or whatever in LPs that have slowly accumulated from this, and I'm really liking the linear pool. I mean, this is just straight B&B I've got sitting here. So when I need gas fees, I'm gonna pull it from this. So I'm really enjoying the dog pound right now. I'm gonna keep piling these up and try to keep them fairly even for a little while, and then we'll see what happens. I've put some in the single staking pools. I've been moving stuff around on the farms. I'm up to 57 pigs in the pig pen. Next week, I'm gonna buy a few more because like I've said, I wanna have this at 60. I wanna have 25 in each side of the dog pound. I wanna have my farm and pool positions built up. And then down in my drip garden, I've got 51.2 million plants, which is awesome. And I've got $27 worth, 7.3 LPs sitting here waiting to get compounded. My strategy with the garden right now is compound a lot, claim just a little bit when I want to use it for something else, stuff it in the farms, put a little extra drip in my account, whatever. I'm not hyper focusing on this right now. I have done a little bit of DCAing here and there. I'm DCAing as I'm pulling just to keep my garden percentage of the contract, if you will, in a decent spot. I do think the garden is going to be a really killer play here soon, but it's going to take some positive price action in drip. So once you see the drip price start to climb back up, if Scratchy comes out or layer 2 and everything starts to climb back up, that will be the time I'm going to DCA big into the garden. And I'll probably put $500 or $1,000 in there to give it a boost and see where that puts me on the level. $1,000 right now would give me a lot of plants. So when the time comes, I'm definitely going to get that done. So nothing too crazy today, nothing too mind-blowing. I'm hoping that most people are starting to get a little bit used to the bear market and that fear is kind of going away. People need to realize that they really only have the two choices. They can either claim or compound. So really your options are only do one or the other. If you're compounding or DCAing in, you're trying to build your position because you think long-term it's gonna pay off. If you think the protocols you're in are dying or you severely need that money and you need to pull from it and claim, then do that. There doesn't need to be a whole lot of extra conversation about it. You don't need to cry about the prices going up or down. You don't need to flood the chats with constant negativity. It just is what it is, You've got two choices. Compound or claim, you make the decision and you move on with your life. For the amount of time people spend in the chats flooding, they could be allocating that towards something that would actually be making them money. I mean, you guys have seen the chats, you guys have seen the YouTube chats, and all the comments you see below. Some of these guys jumped from chat to chat, from YouTube video to YouTube video, posting negative content. If they were to go get a job driving Uber, they could do that for a couple hours a day that they would normally be flooding the chats, and they'd be in a much better financial position right now. But you can't help people that won't help themselves. So keep it really simple. Hopefully the bear market has been going on for long enough that you guys realize this fear is normal and you've already made the decision whether you're going to stay all in and wait it out or you're going to get out. I don't know if things are going to get a lot better soon. Probably not. Probably at least not for the next couple of months. As we break into next year, there's going to be a lot more opportunities or a lot more catalysts for the crypto market to go back up. But those opportunities are probably not going to be here for the next couple of months. So just be aware of that and prepare yourself. Things could get worse before they get better. Things could flatten out. No one can predict the future. No one has a crystal ball. So all you can control is your mindset and decide what you want to do with your investments. Anyway, guys, I got to run to that meeting. That's it for today. Happy investing.